We are closing out our trailer, and the first thing you want to do is shut your water off. This is how your hot water heater should show. You have a hose coming out of the top of the hot water heater with a shut-off valve, another hose connecting the cold water going into the hot water heater with a valve, and this is what you would call the bypass hose to the hot water heater. Here is your drain. All of them should have a drain somewhere in the front and the back. Look for your drain. But this is how the setup should look. Hot water coming out, cold water going in, shut off valve, shut off valve, shut off valve. Okay. Drain your hot water heater water away from the house. You want a male connector adapter like this with two male ends on each side to connect to your hose, so you can blow your hoses out outside. But also you need if you're using a compressor, which you do not need a compressor, you can let it gravity drip. You want to use an adapter like this where you put your compressor fittings on there with a regulator so that you could add pressure. 30 pounds of pressure is good. It hasn't had any problem with our lines, but that's what you want to use, because that same adapter to blow your hoses, then you add this adapter, you connect the adapter to your line outside, and then you put your connected compressor right to that. So what I'm doing now is at 0 pounds, that's at 0. I slowly go from 0 to maximum. Now, you see my hot water heater? Water is coming out of the hot water heater. I have this valve closed. Oh, actually it should have been closed so that I do not bypass. Now the air's coming in here and it's blowing all these lines here because I'm trying to empty it as much as possible. It is a 6 or 10 gallon or 20 gallon, whatever it is. It's going to take time to drain, so there will be some water left in it because here's the level. So there will be water there. While blowing out your lines, make sure that all your water faucets are open or on, both hot and cold, on your kitchen sink, your bathroom sink, and tub. You do not need a water pump to pump your antifreeze through your system, but if you do, I got one on Amazon and I'll post a link. It comes with an adapter for your garden hose connection, and as you can see I have a valve there. It's got your water pump. It shows the direction of flow, and then I have an adapter here with a female that goes with the same adapter that this water pump comes with, and then this hose goes into the 5-gallon bucket where I'm gonna put my antifreeze inside here. You do not need a water pump. You could get a bucket and gravity feed. Just lift it above your highest place in your trailer and just let it gravity drain until you got it coming out of your hot water tank, so you can make sure that you have antifreeze in the hot water tank. I will show you the connections there. Now you shut off this hose, this valve, shut it off. You don't want anything else draining. Keep this one open, make sure this one's closed, make sure this one's closed, and you run antifreeze inside here. Once you start running antifreeze inside here, open up this valve and make sure that antifreeze comes out pink. Look at your antifreeze in your bucket. Make sure that it's this bright pink. because if it's any lighter, that means it's diluted. So make sure that it comes out that bright pink. Once antifreeze comes out pink through here, you open this valve so that some of the antifreeze goes in there, goes into the hot water heater, and it starts to come up here. So you have to open this valve in order to let air come out and circulate through here. So you leave some antifreeze inside your hot water tank. So if there was water in there, because remember, you're only draining to this level. So add some antifreeze in there. It'll start to mix in. It'll be more concentrated. So once you see antifreeze coming out of here, you open up this valve to let air come out and antifreeze fill the system. Then once you give it a minute, not even 30 seconds, just add some in there. Then you shut it off. Do not add any more. Then you close this valve, and then you also close this valve, because when you have antifreeze coming back, you then open this valve, because what the antifreeze that comes in here cannot go in here. If this valve is closed, it's going to come up here and go back to your hot water inside of the house, because this one will also be closed. So it can't go that way either. Antifreeze will be coming in here, it'll come up here, and it'll go into the house, into the trailer, so that the rest of the system will now get antifreeze inside. I have my wife inside. All the valves are open inside. I'm going to tell her to close them and to open one at a time, so that I can make sure that every system, the kitchen has hot water and cold water with antifreeze, and then she's going to go in the bathroom and have hot water and cold water at the sink. And also don't forget the tub. I'll walk inside and show you what else I do to the toilet once we get done with this process. I also filled my toilet with antifreeze and I flushed. But what I'm going to do now is add some more, because there's a U-trap that you don't want any water in there. So add more antifreeze directly to your toilet and flush it 2-3 times. And don't forget, add antifreeze to your sink and to your tub drain. Once you finish flushing or adding antifreeze to the toilet, the kitchen sink, the bathroom sink, and the tub, make sure you add some to your drains. The traps will have some water in the trap. So add some antifreeze to your drains.